Hi, my name is Annie. I am doing a presentation on my assessment one, which is called Examination of 21st Century Literacy. This is for the unit title of EPT 5002, Language and Literacy in the Primary Years 2. This lesson helps students in Year 3 to read by inviting them to collaborate and interact in pairs. Vygotsky's social cultural theory study shows that social and cultural interactions influence cognitive development. Here, people learn from more knowledgeable individuals. The learning of literacy is through social and cultural experiences. Year 3 students engage in reading and writing, which is a construction of social relationship. This acknowledges students' funds of knowledge of their diverse backgrounds, allowing them to draw on their personal experience, particularly when making inferences on Indigenous childhood history and knowledge of Indigenous stories from the novel Wong Fu Tales. In pairs, students collaborate socially, participating and accessing multiple interpretations through inferences and their meaning. Students are participants drawing from 4 resource model by utilizing their prior knowledge and cultural knowledge to uncover inferential meaning, fostering a deeper understanding. It is evident that students participating in pairs and acting in the process of reading, brainstorming ideas, and collecting evidence. In this reading session, the 6th guiding principle for teaching literacy provides a framework that supports students in becoming confident, capable, and engaged readers. Each principle provides students with specific support to read more effectively. Principle 5 was evident. Principle 5 is literacy practices invite readers and writers to use their background knowledge and cultural understanding to make sense of text. It is identified where students make meaning through their background knowledge and cultural understanding when reading. While collaborating, students share what inferential meaning they come up with and identify the literacy through answering the prompt questions. This making meaning process is done in a social setting where they can share similar values represented by the relevant text of Indigenous cultural knowledge. For enhancements, I would use the high impact teaching strategies HITS to enhance my teaching practices and improve students' learning by incorporating a differentiated approach. For example, allowing students to select their just right books on cultural relevant texts reflecting students' diverse background. This differentiation extends their knowledge regardless of students' starting point, whether they are enabled students or extended students. The highlight of differentiated teaching is to enhance the performance of all students, thereby creating an inclusive and engaging environment. I believe that by expanding the text scope with culturally relevant texts, students will connect more deeply through their cultural experiences, making the learning more meaningful. Differentiation is important here because students have a different range of abilities, backgrounds, and learning styles. It ensures that all learners get the right support they need in the classroom. Last but not least, my critical reflection on this assessment is I am committed to a 21st century literacy approach that empowers diverse learners through student-centered, culturally responsive teaching and the development of critical literacy skills. This assessment analysis has strengthened my commitment, guided by the gradual release of responsibility model and the Vygotsky theory of social constructivism. I recognise the value of creating a classroom where students engage with each other's perspective to co-construct knowledge, making learning both reflective and inclusive. It is important to me as it allows students to progress, building independence in literacy. By starting with explicit teaching, where I model and support the students, then gradually giving them the responsibility to practice active learning in a supportive environment. allowing opportunities to foster understanding and confidence in literacy skills, moving beyond rote learning. I am to provide a literacy environment where diverse backgrounds are recognized and celebrated, building confidence and fluency. With adaptations and research-based practices, students will feel comfortable and empowered to engage in diverse literacies.